Very careful with it.
Okay, so the neckline is completed. At this stage, what I would suggest is to trial it out to make sure that everything is right. Now, if you have a problem, if you remember, I connected this going up to the shoulder seam, and then I started back again at the bottom, and I went back up again. Now, if you realize that the garment is slightly tight, the neckline is tight, and you have excess fabric here, what you can do is narrow this seam down slightly on the shoulder. And if you feel that it's too much, I would suggest leaving this shoulder seam slightly wide, that you can open it up and you can make it slightly longer where the neckline should fit, rather than cutting into the neckline or making a massive sort of like a scrunch or pleating in it. Okay, you don't want gathers forming in it. You want it to sit as flat as possible. And if you need to slightly lessen this, or if you need to slightly open this up to accommodate that, then make it, leave it sufficient room so that you can open, and only attach up to slightly below the seam, so that you've got enough room, play around room at this shoulder point. Okay, and that will help you to get that back of the neckline perfect. Once you've done that and you're perfectly happy, then I would recommend overlocking or zigzag stitching this on the wrong side, all these seams, because a lot of the fabrics do leave a lot of threads. And if you don't have an overlocker or a zigzag machine, then what I would suggest is to turn this slightly and to hem it all the way around the outer side edges, so that you've got some kind of a security, against all the threads coming out and ruining your garment. Okay. And that's the inside of it. You can see that it's been neatened off, and it's actually quite a neat result. So going on from this, we're going to attach lace on the front hemline. We're only going to do lace on the front hemline. On the back of the dress, we're going to be attaching silk as a finishing all the way around. So the silk is going to go on the sides of. Now this is the only part that requires different color thread. So once I've done this, then I'm going to change the thread to green and attach the sleeves. And I want a slight bit of the green left underneath this, so I'm just going to attach this just a little bit above the damal edging. It's a beautiful color combination. One thing for laces and good trims can be time consuming, but if you look around, we went into Bombay stores yesterday, and there was some, I don't know if you noticed them, Cindy, there were some beautiful laces, and they weren't, I was surprised actually, they weren't that expensive.
I didn't look at the price, I looked at the laces.
A lot of them were a little bit too wide for my liking, but depending on what you're using them for. This one is ideal for the casual wear because it's hard wearing. bottom hemline attached. I'm going to change the thread onto green and attach the sleeves now. I've after trying this out, I've cut this onto the right size as well. I'm going to attach the sleeves and just normal, these sleeves are going to be attached on the round open rather than close.